Hi everyone, today I am going to show you how to make this absolutely stunning boutique Daniele bow. That's the closest translation that I can make at the moment. It's also sort of roughly translates to bow of 1,000 faces, which is understandable when you see some of the base bows that I've done on similar styles to this one. Okay, so I'm just going to show you everything that you need, and this is a stunning sort of blue mix, and also done a green version. And as I said, there's a lot of options when it comes to the base bows on these. Like I said, bow of many faces, as I said. So again, another completely different back bow, and even the main bow by itself is really pretty as well. Just move those to the side out the way. Okay, so you'll need some 1.5 inch ribbon, lighter, alligator clip, tape measure, some dress pins, your fabric scissors for cutting your ribbon, a glue gun and a needle. And with your thread, always use extra strength or upholstery thread or pearl thread. Never use cotton because it will snap, especially when you're doing these sort of cinch stitch types that we do to pull the ribbon together. Okay, just going to move some bits out of the way. And with this one as well, because it's a bit trickier and it involves a lot of pin placements to get it all nice and organised for everyone, I've already got everything prepped under here. And I will also have a front page explaining all of the measurements, because there's quite a few and they all need to be accurate for you to be able to make the bow properly. Okay, so it is 4 times 35 for the main bow, which is this part. Okay, and I have heat sealed those together like so, both ends, and you do that by taking your lighter. What you do is this, and then press, and this, and then press. And with these I have also done a slight little for when we do our twists in a minute. And like I said, that's for both of those pieces. Like I said, all ends, all sealed together like so. And then what I've done is you fold in half and you pin right in the centre, and you do that for both pieces. And then we've got what we've got here is we've got 4 pieces. The top 2 brighter blue are 30 centimetres long, and the bottom 2 31 centimetre ones there as well. And what you want to do on the top 30 centimetre layer, from this side, the inner side, from the bottom you measure 11 centimetres up and pin here, and on this side you measure 2 centimetres up and pin this side. And on the 31 inch layer on the outside you pin up 2 centimetres, and like I said, I'll put pictures with exactly where to put your pin marks in as the front card of this video, so you can sort of see where you're going with everything. And it's the same on this side. You top 30 centimetre, 2 centimetres up outside, 11 centimetres up inside, 31 up 2 centimetres. Okay, and I will show you why these centimetres are so important in a second, because I don't have the cut machines that a lot of the Portuguese and Brazil ladies have, but this still gives you really it's a great way to keep your tails completely accurate and even when you're cutting. So that's why I've still kept this in, even though I don't have that ribbon burning tool. So what you do to get your tails, take the pin out and just finish that cut, and that's your bottom layer. Move that pin out the way, and then like I said, from that corner across again, move the pin out, and there you go. Let me show you. You get nice, clearly even cuts at the same angle without having to overthink too much, because if you're anything like me, if I try and do it without the measurements, I am not even half as even as that. I'm going to do the same again this side. Start from the bottom layer, and again from the corner without the pin up to the pin. And if you're not quite even, don't be afraid to do that. Like I said, from the corner to your pin. Okay, we shall move those out of the way, and we're going to heat seal everything. 1, 2, 1, 2. So then, let's move these out of the way so you can see these bits clearer. You're left with your 2 pieces like this. Okay, so you can see your tails both sides, and you've got your pins in place ready to go. Okay, so from here, take your pin and hold it there, and then what you want to do is bring that to your pin point and then twist it until it lines up with that original crease that we did there for the centre, and repin like so. Okay, so you get that shape. Then what we want to do with the other one is hold your pin again there, fold in half so it comes to the pin line there, and then instead of twisting this way, we're going to twist up and line it up with that crease. Like so. And repin there. So you've got one shape, 2 shape, and if you've done it correctly, you should have the same colours showing on both sides. That makes sense? Okay. Like this. Right, and we'll start adding the stitching in now. Make sure that's tied off. And what you want to do is slightly turn that out the way so we don't stitch this bit. And we start from above. 1, 2, 3. We want the 4th one to go over. 5, 6, 7. Now some of you will count 8 for this, but you want to go in 1, 2, 3, out. Okay. You can move that down. And then we're going to do it the opposite way up this way. And you start just from above there. So 1, 2, turn that out of the way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and what you want is 1, 2, 3, 4 bumps on both sides. And as you can see, in 1, 2, 3, out. And I'll show you the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, try and make them as even as possible, and then you bring them together like so, and cinch all the way back up. And what I like to do is stitch through the other side just a little bit like so. Okay. So it's nice and tight like that. This is what it should look like from behind now. I'm just going to add a few more stitches in just to hold everything. So I'm just going to go just back through there. This is just to stop the middles pulling open when we're wrapping, because I don't like that happening. So I'll just do that one, and then I'm going to do a stitch off in the back. And stitch off however makes most sense to you, because I know nearly everyone I've ever seen does this slightly different depending on the way they've learnt to sew. As long as you know it's secure and it's not going to come open, you're absolutely fine. Okay. I'll just tie this off so I don't forget in a moment. And there is our base flow shape. I'm going to put that to one side. And then we want our 4 pieces of 35 centimetres. And like I said, got it all pinned in the centre. So what you want to do is hold from your pin, turn down, and bring that behind, line it up, you get this shape. Okay, similar to what we just did there. So we're going to pin that so it doesn't slip and move. Okay, so that's a slightly different shape. That's that's this part of it. And then for the next bit, did I just do that right? We bring it up and round like a traditional boutique shape. So I'll show you again. Round. You want it directly lined up with that original layer, so they're all like so. Okay, and then we're going to pin that. And I'm also going to pin across, because we don't want these layers to slip when we're stitching. We want them all 6 layers of ribbon, it is, not to move at all when we're stitching, because we don't want to be stitching only 4 layers, not 6. Okay, so I do it like that. Put that one there a minute. And again, hold your pin down behind the pin. Line it up. Pin through. Bring it up. Turn it down. So you get that shape. Like so. And repin. And as I said before, as you can see, the layers are slit there. So like I said, Get them all lined up, and then don't be afraid to add that extra pin before you start your stitches. Okay, so that's shape 1. Shape 2. And that's what they both look like front and back before we start our stitching. And we go both the same way. We're going to start with this one and work our way across that way. So take your needle, and what you want to do is we're going to go from above. I want just before we meet all the joined ribbon. So in, and then your first one's going to go in through all those layers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, some people count 8. As long as you've got the 4 bumps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll move my needle a bit. So in, 1, 2, 3, out. The back is in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and as you can see, we're coming in and out just to either side of the ribbon joins on the back. And I like to be really clear on these bits because it's really important on how the bow actually pulls together. So the more correct you get these bits, the more likely the bow is to actually look like the tutorials, if that makes sense. So again, just a little bit before those joins, in, move the pin so you can actually stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 'Gonna go back and even those out a little bit. And again, don't ever be afraid to do that. I'll always say extra strength darning needles help with this process as well, because like I said, we are going through a lot of layers. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's exactly the same as before. In, 1, 2, 3, out. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 stitches. And again, the back, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. What I want to do, don't know why that happens. Okay, so we're going to cinch, and like I said, this is why the extra strength thread's important. Cinch, 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 and I'm going to stitch through just here a little bit, through the first 2 and down. Like so. And there you go, as you can see, it's all nicely pulled together, and I'm just going to stitch through those creases there over so that it doesn't pull apart like this when we're wrapping and putting middles on. Like I said, you don't have to take this step if you don't want to. I just do because I feel like it makes it a little bit more secure. And sorry if I'm a little bit more quiet than normal today. I've got a little bit of the winter snuffles, which is great fun. I think it's the rapid changes in temperature, going from like super warm places to going outside in the super cold. Nobody really likes that, do we? I'm going to stitch off in the back as normal. Like so. There we go. And there's your finished. And like I said, if you really wanted to, you could add your middle just to that, and it's a really pretty bow all by itself. I'm going to take that excess thread that I've got there, and I am going to thread straight through this base bow, right through that middle there. I'm going to untangle that from my scissors that it's just tucked onto, and pull. And then it sits in like a little cradle, almost like so. And I'm going to wrap this around a couple of times. I don't often glue because, like I said, I don't like the bulkiness that it adds into bows. So this is what I do instead. I thread through, wrap at least 2 or 3 times, and then stitch that off. Okay. And as you can see today, I'm feeling a little bit fancy, so I've actually got an embellished middle. And what you want to do is you want 15 centimetres long, measure up 2 centimetres and glue your sort of design, like I said, your diamante, etc. on first. Let it dry out a bit, or whatever you, depending on what glue you've used, make sure it's clear setting, and then you can glue from there once we put our clip on. And with these ones, because they are quite big bows, I'll get my ruler out for you and show you. Just the main body of the bow is 5.5 wide, almost 6. And it's 6 inches long as well. So if you're going to make these, you do need at least a 50mm clip. If you can get a 60, 65 or a 70, use one of those, just because, like I said, it's quite weighty and quite big, and you don't want the clip not to sort of take the heaviness of the bow. Just put a bit of glue on my alligator clip. Get that right on the middle of your bow, like so. There we go. I'm going to heat seal this top end of the 15 centimetres of 9mm with the diamantia, and I've got some nice blue hearts and circles there. I want a dot of glue just on the back here, and open your clip, and again we want to be right on the centre here. And what this length lets you do is it lets you wrap around at least once without the diamante, which is what I like because it feels more secure. Open your clip up, make sure it's all lined up, then once, round, and I've got a bit too much diamante there, so mine's still take that off so that we can fit it over the clip. I'm going to cut that excess off and heat seal as normal, and then we want a drop of glue there. Open your clip again, hold that in place, and there you go. You've got your gorgeous boutique Daniele. And like I said, you've got a whole options of base bows and all other sort of styles. As you can see, even with two colours, just by changing the way you fold them, you can have a completely different looking bow. You can change up the base bow. This one is just a half pinwheel. Oh, it's a double half pinwheel, and I've just cut the tails down, same as we've done on this tutorial. Again, a lovely cream one, and that's just got a slightly different style of base bow on that one. And then the green long-tailed version, and like I said, they're so pretty. Take a little bit of time, and they do take a lot of ribbon, but they are definitely worth the effort. Thank you for watching. Please do join me over on Facebook. I have a group under the same name, Catherine's Ribbon Bow Tutorials and Follow-Alongs. And thank you for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload more videos. And like I said, do join me on Facebook, because I love seeing any of the bows made with tutorials. It's my favourite thing ever. So thank you for watching. Bye!